Hello, Assalamu alaikum everybody. Hope you're all safe, sound, and healthy. And again, as always, once you start doing podcast, and so many things come to your mind one after the other, and they have no relation to each other whatsoever. So you have to make separate episodes anyway, or separate podcasts. For example, one of the things that I have constantly wondered about is why on earth do people always have to hold their mobile phones in their hands? Seriously. Like, especially, when I look at the vloggers, even forget the vloggers, even in real life, when I look at people, you have these big ass bags, right? You've got pockets, you've got jackets, for example, if it's winter, you've got bags, you've got, you know, and yet you're constantly holding the phone in your hand. Why? And it's so awkward. I mean, the reason why I feel it is that it's so awkward when they hold it. I mean, that's why I don't hold my phone at all in my hand. I keep it in my bag or I don't take it at all if it's a place where I know I'm not going to need it. But then otherwise if I do take it, it's either tucked in a pocket or it's in my bag. Because again, why else are you taking a big ass bag if you can't even put your mobile phone in it? And as I said, it's awkward the way we end up holding our mobiles, because let's be honest, especially nowadays, the kind of mobile phones that are being made, they are not hands friendly, are they now? They're really not. I mean, it's not easy to hold them. They're bigger than our hands. And there is really a high chance of them, slipping. Even though, yes, the chances are a bit low because of the kind of covers that we put on them, which are sort of anti-slip, more grip sort of covers, whatever. The point is still, it looks pretty damn awkward when you're holding it in your hands, right? No matter which way you hold it. And it literally looks as if you're hampered, semi-crippled, hampered, literally the whole motion of your hand itself feels very tedious when you're holding a mobile. And especially now, you're holding you have your bag, then you're holding your mobile, then you're holding your vlogger stick or whatever, or selfie stick, and then you're holding something else. And I'm like, yeah, at least dump something in your bag, please, and go hands free already. Again, what's the point of having bags if you're still not hands free? I just don't get it. I really don't get it. I mean, I'm sorry, girls, but I don't get it. I mean, at least guys have the common sense to tuck their mobiles back into their pockets. But the girls, they're always holding their mobiles in their hands. And I'm like, why? Seriously, why? I mean, what is it going to, what is the problem? You don't have a proper place in your bag to keep your mobile, or I mean, what? Because to me, again, as I said, just the mere look of somebody holding to their mobiles is like, it's so anxiety producing. Seriously, it brings this weird sense of anxiety within your subconscious mind, when you look at somebody holding their mobiles. Even if you look at characters and movies and dramas, where they're moving about, they're supposed to be these busy business women, and yet their mobiles are in their hands. They're wearing these three-piece suits, but their mobiles are in their hands. Why? Even the guys, though, actually. Why? Why are you not putting your mobiles away? Seriously. Another thing that I have a problem with is when people put their phones on silent and they never read their messages, or they never answer their calls, and they're always, I mean, they always have this one excuse. And again, this is something that I think maybe people are learning or drinking in or feeding in from, through these movies and these weird ass TV dramas that are being made now, where your mobile is on the table. And it's not like you're in your office or anything. No, you're supposed to be in your bloody personal space, and your mobile is near you or on the table and all, and it's silent. It's silent and it's ringing and it's vibrating. And it's already pretty irritating. One would think that the education that you get from that would be not to put your phone on silent, especially when you're at home or in a personal space where it doesn't matter, you know. And yet I have these people that I know who is, they're always saying, oh, really? Oh, I didn't hear the phone ring because it was on silent. I just want to smack that person. I'm sorry. I have never put my phone on silent when I'm in my personal space, you know. And again, isn't it so that when our phones are on silent, they're on auto vibrate anyway, unless and until you actually choose to turn that off? But literally, they're on auto vibrate. So again, don't you hear the buzzing sound? I can hear the buzzing sound if ever there's a phone vibrating, you know. Seriously, what gives? But again, please, please, that awkward mobile holding gesture thingy that people do, please stop doing it. Please put your mobiles away, because seriously, and and it really is bad. Literally, sometimes have you noticed how when we hold our mobiles, we kind of tend to be off balance? It's like when your hair falls out in front of your eye. You literally lose your balance. It's as if you've suddenly lost your balance. It's weird and it's irritating and it's annoying, but it actually does happen. If a strand of hair suddenly comes onto your face in front of your eye, you literally tend to stumble. Has anybody ever noticed that? I think you're pretty darn lucky or very, very young if that doesn't happen to you. Because I know as kids, it really doesn't happen to us when we have our hair right in front of our eyes, right? But as adults, believe me, that is the worst thing, especially when you're already sort of fuzzed out, when your mind is a bit fuzzed up, a bit fuzzy, and you're like, trying to sort yourself out, and then your hair drops out, and then that's it. It's as if you suddenly are fumbling and stumbling. That is the same kind of feeling that you get when you see somebody holding their mobile. Seriously, that is the feeling I get whenever I see somebody holding their mobile, because as I said, it's an awkward hold. No matter how well you try to hold your mobile, it's still awkward. It looks awkward. It feels awkward to the onlooker. And when you're trying to do something with your hands that are not free, it makes it even worse. It makes the that panic button and the subconscious of your mind, that alert button, that turns permanently on. And you tend to wonder why we're always in a constant state of permanent stress and tension. Yeah, believe it or not, one of the things that puts our minds in a permanent state of stress and tension is holding our mobiles in our hands, because our hands are not free. And that awkward hold where we're trying to balance our fingers, and balance the mobile in our hands, and then we're trying to get something done. Just put your damn mobile away, please, when you're trying to get something done. People have had really bad stumbles. People have almost fallen. People have actually fallen just because they're trying to manipulate their mobiles in their hands while trying to get something done. Please don't be a hazard to yourself and other people. Put your mobile phones away, especially when you're trying to do something. Okay, just drop that thing in your bag or put that thing in your pocket and keep your hands free. Okay, especially vloggers, please. Vloggers and those people who are supposed to be, listen, I am also a person who does my own work. Okay, I'm also self-employed. I also have a sort of a, you know call it a business, whatever you like to call it. The point is, I also am somebody who needs to keep my mobile near me. But believe me, the worst thing that I feel is when I have to hold my mobile in my hand. I just drop it like a hot potato in my bag, and I will fish it out when it rings. And I actually do not use my mobile so much, in the sense I get everything done on my mobile. Yes, I will check the emails, I'll send the messages, I'll receive the messages, I'll get, all to the point, and then that's it. My mobile is on the side, and I'm damned if I'm going to let it disturb me. You know, as I said, just holding on to your mobile, it's just, oh, even looks awkward. And when you see somebody holding onto their mobile and then trying to fish something from their bag and then trying to get, I'm like, yeah, what are you doing? you know can you please put your mobile away and then keep your hands free, and then look for whatever it is that you're looking for in your bag or in your dashboard or in your cupboard or in your drawer or whatever it is. You're grabbing onto your mobile in that awkward way, and then you're searching through your stuff, and then you're holding another camera on the other. What are you doing? Seriously, just looking at you makes some others feel anxiety, believe it or not. you know and as I said, have you noticed how we tend to lose our balance when we're doing such things? when we're holding our mobiles in one hand, and then we're, shouldering our bag in the other, and then we're carrying something else. It's like, it's literally as if you're not doing a good job. Literally, the feeling that one gets is like, this person is not organized. This person seems to be all over the place. Literally, that's the feeling that a person like me, again, subconsciously, unconsciously, your mind automatically feels as if everything is all over the place. Things need to be put in order. Things need to be organized. That's the kind of feeling that your mind, that's the message your mind gives to you when you look at somebody doing that awkward dance, right? Isn't it? So, it's just like how when you have, f- just put this image in your mind. You have a bag and a briefcase, you've got a load of files, and then you're holding your mobile in your hand. Does that even sound the least bit organized or efficient to you? No, it doesn't. It really literally makes any onlooker feel as if, God, you're all over the place. You need to put things in a better way so that you should walk down those stairs safely. Seriously, that is the exact kind of feel that you have, even when you're not holding onto files, but you're just holding your mobile and you're trying to get something done. So please, people, learn to put your mobiles away, especially when you need your hands free. I really do not understand why people, especially when you're not doing anything with that mobile at that point in time, please put it away. Please. I'm really begging you. It disrupts my mind. If it disrupts a person like me, if it disrupts my mind, then, and I'm the kind of person who literally nothing phases me. But if this disrupts my mind, in the sense that if this makes my subconscious and my unconscious mind feel as if this person is going to fall down, or this person is going to break his mobile, or the mobile is going to fall down, I mean, if it puts my mind into that alert mode for that person that I'm looking at, imagine what it's doing to everybody else. Because the normal people, your average people, they don't even have, that kind of a, how do we say, they don't have those double screen doors in front of their subconscious mind. Okay, they are not, they're unfazed. They're your normal average people, in fact, get very easily phased. Their subconscious mind, their unconscious mind gets very easily jittery. Okay, so I'm really surprised as to how and why people are very, it's become a part of everybody's, and it's been going on for years. Imagine that it has taken me so many years to talk about this. So imagine that after so many years of ignoring this, I'm finally talking about it. That, you know what that means? That means that the stress levels of, of the unconscious mind have risen to this point where I'm beginning to think that, what the hell, that is what is now coming to my mind every time I see somebody awkwardly holding on to their mobile phones and trying to, do something when their mobile phones are not even in use again. Just put it away, please. Just put it away. And then there are people who will, tell you, they're trying to talk to you and they'll try to get something done, and all the while, their mobiles are in their hands and waving awkwardly in front of you. The only word I can find for it is awkward. Seriously, I don't even know how else to describe it. The only word that can be used to accurately describe anybody holding onto their mobile while they don't even need it is awkward. It looks awkward, it feels awkward, it is awkward. Okay, so please put your mobiles away. Put them in your pockets, put them in your bags, just put them away. You know, how many people have actually stumbled? How many people have fallen? How many people have almost lost their balance? How many people have hit other people just because, notice, just because you're holding onto your mobiles and trying to get other things done? Yes, that's something as small as awkwardly holding your mobiles in your hands can result in this, can result in you being physically unbalanced. Seriously, it does something to me now. It really does something to me when I keep on seeing everybody just holding. Why are you holding onto your mobile? Seriously, why? I mean, is that so much of a fashion statement that you just have to hold on to it? Then why don't you do what people in Japan and Korea, when what they tend to do sometimes, although, you know, yeah, they have a dangler, a wrist tie, they attach it to their mobiles, and their mobiles are hanging off of their wrists. Some of the some of the, some of them do that. So maybe you should like start doing that if you cannot of I but again, don't we all want our phones to be safe? How many people have complained about their phones being dropped, their phones getting broken? Yeah, you ever stopped to wonder why? Again, I'll remind you, you see the shape and size of the smartphones nowadays, the mobiles nowadays. Yeah. Now look at your hands. See how it is that you are holding your mobile phones. Can you see that? Please, just follow me right here. Hold on to your mobile phones. Grip it. See at what angle your mobile phone is being gripped by your hands. See what is the best angle for your hand while it's gripping your mobile phone. Yeah, you see that? You see? Tell me, how is that normal? How is that not awkward? Obviously, your mobile phones are going to drop. Obviously, they're going to break. Just put them away, please. It's not like they're cheap ass objects. Mobile phones are so expensive. And to top it all, this consumerism, made by the manufacturers. The manufacturers have created this age of consumerism where they have created stuff that should not last in the first place. Your mobile phones have become fashion accessories, even though they are not. They're supposed to be your diary. They're supposed to be your notebook. They're supposed to be your contacts list. They're supposed to be a place where you've put your passwords, where you've put your literally everything that you need, your calendar, your schedules, your meetings, everything is on your mobile phone, and yet it is built not to last. That in itself is a very disturbing factor that we have to, when you consider it. The fact that such an important thing is considered even a fashion accessory is concerning. It's troubling to the mind. And the fact that you're paying thousands of dollars just for this thing, only to know that it will not last you for years, you know? And then the fact that you're gripping it in your hand constantly 24/7, even when it's not in use, when you don't really need it, and then the chances of it dropping and breaking, so, I mean, sorry, but am I the only one who finds this very disturbing? Seriously? Well, anyway, what else can I say? To each their own, right? To each their own, except that it is becoming very, very disturbing, especially when then people, the same people who are always holding on to their mobiles in their hands, when they later on complain that, oh, you know what, I actually lost my balance and fell. Duh. Don't tell me you still haven't realized why that happened. It's because you were awkwardly managing your mobile in your hand while trying to get other things done, at the same time trying to walk. Or when people say, oh, you know what, I dropped my mobile and it broke. How many times have I heard that now? How many people have tried to reach out to me and told me that the reason they're reaching out to me is because they lost contact with me for such a long time or a short time, because they lost my number for that period of time. Why? Because they broke their phones. Like, seriously? Seriously? Please, people, put your mobile phones away when not in use. Especially if you have bags and pockets. They're there for a reason. We hold bags so that we can dump everything in that thing so that we can be hands free. So, again, I really do not understand the logic of carrying a bag and then holding onto your mobile phone in your hand when you're not even using it. I'm sorry, I just don't get it. Well, this is me signing out. Khuda Hafiz.